Big Joe,
Is he on
the
Xbox or
electrician. How are you? It looks like you're on your Xbox. I wonder how
that
that'll do.
Yes, I am.
Wow, cool.
Fantastic. Great.
Yeah.
Shout out
Yeah,
to
it works real
Microsoft.
well on here.
Yeah, seems like it. Coming through loud and clear,
Yep.
man.
Yeah, my question was for Mr. Majewski. I did vote for you. You would have represented me had you have won. My question for you is, as a veteran who is misrepresented who was accused of misrepresenting their service status in August of 2022, would you like to clarify what the issue was there? If I remember correctly, they accused you of being. You saying you were deployed to Afghanistan, but you were like in the region or something. So what was the issue there? I'd just like to give that to you.
Yeah, so it's a pretty deep story. So in August or September 22nd of last cycle, the Democratic Party launched a pretty nasty hit piece accusing me of not serving in Afghanistan because I didn't have the Global War on Terrorism medal. And the reason I didn't have that is because George Bush approved it 3 months after I'd already left the service. And after the election, Matt Gaetz and a few other good members of Congress conducted a special investigation and found that my records, as well as the records of 12 other Air Force veterans, were sent directly to the mainstream media in an attempt to smear them because they were Republican. And just about 4 weeks ago, after working with the Air Force for about 11 and a half months, they awarded me that medal. So what it really boils down to is it was a well thought out plan by the Democratic Party. They had my records illegally in July of last year, but they waited until the week that military ballots came out in Ohio to release the story. And as a grassroots candidate, somebody that was running without the help of the big time consultants because I didn't trust them, and the ones that I did had were loyal to Kevin McCarthy, unbeknownst to me, and I couldn't overcome the smear of the mainstream media. But Cenk Uyghur, all those guys, Hassan, they all went after me, man. It was nasty.
They claimed you weren't in Afghanistan specifically, or what?
Correct. So
and you were in Afghanistan.
Yeah. So I deployed to the Middle East in early 2002 when Air Force members were getting orders to Central Command, which was in Qatar, whatever you want to call it, and they weren't cutting orders to Bagram or Kandahar because those bases were being built. Right. And my job was to fly sorties in and out of Central Command and help build these bases. Right. I was in a mobility group and flew all over the AOR, the area of responsibility. And the Air Force, in their interaction with the Associated Press, said clearly, J.R. Majewski had orders to Qatar. My DD-214 that they got illegally didn't even say that I was in the Middle East. Totally silent. My records were poorly administered. I got out of the service when we were in the heat of Operation Enduring Freedom, going into Iraqi freedom. So, I can blame it on a million things, but the fact of the matter is my congresswoman has built a career on supposedly supporting veterans. I publicly asked her to help me because as a member of Congress, she could have had a direct route to the Air Force. Didn't help me. I didn't find out until after the election by force of Matt Gaetz and Anna Paulina Luna and a few others, forcing the Secretary of the Air Force and some of the generals to testify in front of Congress that my records were illegally obtained. And they accused me of some pretty nasty things. And again, they slow walked me into getting the review for the Global War on Terrorism medal, and they ignored the AP. So they said I wasn't a combat veteran, and I am. I'm not a combat action veteran, right? I didn't kick down doors or shoot people, but by definition, a combat veteran is somebody that deployed to a combat theater and receives hostile fire, imminent danger pay. I provided the AP with 6 months of my pay stubs. Wow. I got the Air Force, and I gave it to them. They ignored it. Totally ignored
They
it.
lied. You mean they lied?
They were on a mission to hit me. And I was a huge threat to them. I mean, I was going to unseat the chairwoman of the Ukrainian caucus, the 40-year longest standing member of Congress in both houses. So they were out to get me, and chicken shit McCarthy stabbed me in the back.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's gone.
Thank God for Matt Gaetz.
I know, Matt Gaetz, man. Wow.
And Anna Paulina Luna.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
She's the first one that contacted me.
I hope we win, and then we have great history books written about the work Matt Gaetz did in purging these fucking pieces of shit.
I kind of want to